Hi, Matt with etrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Trimax Anti-Rattle lock for your 2-inch receiver. Now, this is going to be something that's going to be great if you're taking any road trips with you and your family. Let's say you have a ball mount back here or a cargo carrier. This is going to help reduce that kind of noise you get back here, because sometimes if you don't have any anti-rattle device back here, that type of device is going to rattle in here. And it's going to be kind of noisy, especially on those longer road trips. So let's take a closer look at the one we have today. Now, one thing to note that is important to make sure this is going to work with your setup is your gear that you're using. Just need to make sure that that has a hollow shank to it. So nothing's in here to prevent this from properly seating into place. And of course, if you guys have used this in the past, please let us know what it's like for you, either in a comment or review below. And when it comes to what really stands out about this is, one, it's just going to be a cleaner design than some other options out there. Typically, with a lot of anti-rattle devices, it'll clamp around the receiver in some type of way. Like that old, this is just built into one piece. And of course, this is going to have a lock that comes with it. So let's take a closer look at that. This lock is going to be something that gives you that extra security, so you don't have to worry about anyone coming by and taking your gear. And of course, with this, you're going to have one side, or both sides really, that are going to have this extra bit of traction. Just makes it easier to hold when you're tightening everything up. And it's going to have this weather cap. This weather cap's perfect because this is most likely going to spend most of its life outside, so you don't have to worry about any type of debris getting in there and clogging it up. And that's all there really is to it. It's just a simple device that's going to help make your life just a little bit less noisy. Now, of course, there are other options, and a reason why you might want to go with a different option is if you have, let's say, a ball mount that has a solid shank to it. This isn't going to work for it. So in your case, I'd recommend something else. I'd recommend the etrailer anti-rattle collar. What I like about that is it's going to work regardless if you have a solid shank or a hollow shank. It just attaches to the very end of your receiver, and it's a pretty universal fit and relatively easy to use. But this would be nice if you just have that one device that you're constantly hauling with you and you want to lock with it too. I'd go with this one. Now, if you're curious to see what this is going to be like to install, it's actually relatively pretty quick and easy to do, but we'll walk you through it. So to begin the installation, we're going to grab everything we need. So we're going to have that bracket that'll go inside your receiver. We'll have the pin, a wrench that comes with your kit. This is important. And of course, the keys. So what we're going to start off with is by grabbing that receiver, and we're going to make sure we put this inside of there. Now, it will matter what side you put that nut on, and we want it in this orientation where this tab is at the very front end. The reason why I say the nut side is important is because depending on the fitment of your vehicle, if you have a lot of stuff in the way of one side, you want to try to avoid the side that you have to hand tighten down. So make sure you figure that out first. Then you can just push that in here, just squeeze it a little bit, and then slide it and align it. What I'll typically do a lot of times is just kind of stick my finger in here, make sure I find the center of that. Same thing on the nut side, where we can clearly see all that thread is visible. And let's say I push this in too far and I can't really grab it. Maybe I can't even get a finger hold on it. It's just in a rough spot now. I can use that wrench. You see that little tab I was talking about earlier? I'm just going to grab my little wrench here. It has a cutout on it. You just reach in there, use that cutout to grab on there, and it'll pull out for you. And then you can readjust it to fit your needs. And from here, you'll just grab your ball mount and put it in your receiver. Line up those holes. Once that's lined up, you take your pin, make sure you remove that sleeve at the very end of it, and then just thread it on. And then, once it feels kind of good and snug, just take that sleeve, push it into place. That's looking pretty good. And then you can lock it down. And just make sure once this is on there all the way, you just come back through. You're going to use your wrench for this. and tighten this the rest of the way down. And really, that's pretty much it. Just at this point, give it a good shake. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And that will complete our look at some of the features and the installation of the Trimax Anti-Rattle locking pin. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.